An Elddis Sunseeker 534, just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van you've got your hitch, jockey wheel and handbrake, and your connections to the car. We'll demonstrate all of this to you in person here on site. In the front locker you've got your gas bottle with your gas valve on top of the bottle for turning on and off the gas, and then you've got your gas regulator on the bulkhead. You can also store a second 6 kilogram propane gas bottle in the front locker. Coming down the off side of the van, you have your wind down leg on the front right hand corner of the van, and you also have one of those on the left hand side of the van. That is there to stabilise the caravan while you're on site. It is not there to lift the caravan off the ground at any point. Coming further back, you've got your two fridge vents. So the fridge vents here allow the hot air outside the fridge unit, and also you've got a gas flue on the side of here. So when you're using the fridge on gas, it actually allows the gas system to breathe to the outside of the van. Motor mover and wheel nuts will demonstrate the motor move while you're here on site, and we'll also torque the wheel nuts to the correct manufacturer's setting before you leave site. Then got the gas flue for the heating and hot water systems. This cover needs to be removed prior to use, so you can remove that cover before you ignite anything on gas at all inside the van. We recommend you get into a habit of doing that even if you're not going to use the gas system. Water pump connection very simply pushes into the side of the van here. You've got two tabs. You've got one tab at the top here and one tab at the bottom that you can turn around to lock it in place. The pump will only fit in one way round due to the shape of the connections. The pump itself will then drop down inside the aqua roll on the outside of the van. Then have your storage locker for the rear of the caravan, so you can access the space underneath the bed. Rear of the van, haven't put the legs down yet, but I will do in a moment. Two legs on the back of the van to stabilise the caravan again, and like I said, you'd never lift the caravan with these legs. The two grey pipes that you see here and here are actually to allow the waste water out of the van, so the fresh water that goes in the side there actually comes back out the back of the van, and you need two pieces of grey pipe to go into the larger circles on the outside. As you can see here, there's two different sizes, a small one in the centre and a larger one on the outside, and that's where your waste water will come out from. Down here you've got your toilet cassette for the caravan, which goes in place. The toilet cassette itself has an orange pressure relief button on the back of the cassette to allow you to depressurise the container before you tip the waste away. The neck here turns out so that the waste can be tipped away, and then you need to put 1 litre of water in here and a cap full of the blue fluid prior to use. To release it, you've got this little yellow handle at the bottom, and you also need to make sure the toilet is pointing straight across the van and that the waste cassette door is shut. On top here you've got your toilet flush tank, so it takes 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. Then got your wheel again and your motor mover. Storage locker for underneath the front beds of the van, so you can open them up and you'll be able to get to the storage underneath there. Two battery locker and mains connection is just in here. I'll show you those while you're here on site. Your wind down leg, barbecue gas point, and your vent coming out to the awning for your heating system. Going inside the van, very simple to use. On the far side of the caravan, once you've got your power connected, you'll need to come over to this side of the van and turn on your master power. You've then got your water pump and controls above for your heating and hot water on electric for the heating and gas for the hot water system. So first thing we're going to do is bleed the water system. So essentially you're going to need to come to the back of the van underneath the bed, and you'll notice underneath here there is a yellow valve. That yellow valve for the water system to be filled needs to be parallel with the floor as it is at the moment. If that valve was pointing upright towards the bottom of the bed, all of the water that you try putting into the caravan will actually come straight back out underneath the van. So to fill it, like I said, valve parallel with the floor, and that's the yellow valve below the bed. You'll then come over to every tap on board the caravan. I've already filled the water system up just to speed the process up. But as you can see, you'd open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system. What you're doing here is bleeding the water system of air. So open all the taps up, so that's the tap in the kitchen, the tap on the sink in the bedroom area, and then you've got your shower as well. So you'd open all them taps up on the hot side, and with your aqua roll connected on the outside, you'd then come back over to your control panel and turn the water pump on. Once you have water flowing out of every tap continuously on board the caravan, you can then shut down all of the taps and you'll be ready to start warming your water on board the caravan. Now there is two ways of doing this. You've either got the gas control up on the wall there, or on the bed cabinet itself if you connect it to mains power. You can actually use electric to power the water heater. So the water heater is turned on at the moment. It does take around 35 to 40 minutes to completely warm up. As you can see, I've got the switch on, so it is starting to warm up. If you want to operate it on gas, as I said, you can also do that. And the control panel for that is on the wall next to your heater switch. Now to ignite the gas system on the water heater on gas, you'd need to remove that white cover on the outside. You then need to come in to make sure the gas bottle's turned on in the front locker. And the first time you turn the gas on for the weekend, I'd advise you ignite the hob so the gas is through to every point of the caravan, because that is the last point on the gas system. If you want to ignite your water heater on gas, you get hold of this grey dial on the outside and spin it round to the flame symbol just here. The green light in there to start with is to let you know the igniter is working. In a moment it will fail because the gas is turned off, so a red light will appear behind there. But if that green light stays lit on its own, then that means the pilot light has ignited on the water heater. If that has ignited, then you can control the water temperature between 30 and 70 degrees. And the temperature you're warming the water up to will be the number that is above the green light. So that's your water heating on gas and electric. If you want to warm the caravan up, so heating wise with the electric, you've got a dial just here that says ultra heat. So essentially when you arrive on the site you're going to, if you ask in the site office, they'll advise you whether you can use 500, 1000 or 2000 watts of power to control your heating on board the caravan. Here on site we can only run 500 watts, so I'm going to select the 500 down the side here. The green light will come on, and then you can control the temperature of the heater on this dial in the centre. The higher you go with the number on that dial, the hotter the heater will be. If you want to run gas as the power source for heating the caravan, you can also do that. And you come over to the top of the heater itself, which you see here. Turn the dial round to between 10 and 9. Hold down the gas valve, and when it ignites, you'll have a pilot light in this window at the front. Once it's ignited, you'd need to keep the gas valve held down for a further 5 to 10 seconds, then slowly release the valve. You can then control the temperature of the heater on the dial on top, and if you turn it to the off position, it will turn the gas heating off completely. You can also run the heating with blown air, so it comes out the vents around the caravan on gas or electric. To do this, you have a dial just here, this little switch here. The dot in the centre indicates the heat is just going to come out the front of the heater. The wave symbol means continuous blown air, so now at that point we'll have vent air coming out the vents all around the caravan. And if you want ambient, or automatic blown air, should I say, sorry, so it cuts in and out with the thermostat on board the van, you can select the A on this side. You can control the fan speed for the blown air on this dial on top between 1 and 5. Fridge system next. Fridge system, again, very simple to use. You've got your 230 volt here, so I'll select 230 volt, and I can control the temperature of the fridge on the dial on the right hand side. I can also select 12 volts, so when I'm towing the caravan down the road, and you want to get the beers and wine nice and cold, and you connect it to the car, you can actually use the car to power the fridge as a cool box. So as you can see, the 12 volt mode here, at the moment it won't be doing anything because we're not connected to 12 volts, because it is only the 12 volt supply from the car, not from the caravan. I can also run the fridge on gas by spinning the dial round to the gas option here at the bottom. You'd actually hit the igniter on the right hand side, and then in the back of the fridge, down in the corner just here, through that glass window you'll see your pilot light. Once that's ignited, I just keep an eye on it for a further 5 to 10 seconds, and if it's ignited and running after 5 to 10 seconds, you are good to go. And if you are on gas, again, you'd control the temperature of the fridge on the dial on the right hand side. Hob, cooker and grill all works very much the same as your household appliances, no difference at all there. Last thing we're going to take you through on the inside of the caravan is the toilet system. The toilet has an electric a pump flush on it, so where the Thetford name is, you pull that handle up and push down to flush the toilet. The toilet seat will turn for your convenience, so you can get comfortable on the loo essentially. And below the toilet you have a great waste handle that you'll need to pull towards us here at the camera, or here on the camera, to allow the toilet waste to go in the cassette under the van. As I said on the outside, the toilet seat itself would need to be pointing straight across the caravan towards the bed area before it will allow you to release the cassette from underneath the van. And that is the Elddis Sunseeker 534. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate the business and we look forward to seeing you here on site again soon. Thank you for now. Bye bye.